Hey everyone, this is Chris. Welcome back to the channel. So we got some more drama in the finance YouTube space, if you can believe that. And this time it's with Everything Money. In fact, Seth of Everything Money, he's leaving the show. Remember, there's three guys over there, Seth, Paul, and Mo. I personally think Seth is the most likable, so it's really sad to see Seth go. Now, what it sounds like to me, there's some sort of drama between Paul and Seth, maybe creative differences, maybe some sort of like pay discrepancy where we're like, Seth is like, hey, you know, I need money to live, and they're like, no, we're not going to give you that money. I don't know what the exact thing is, but it does sound like there's some sort of conflict over there, in my opinion. I wanted to share some inside information on this because Seth actually contacted me last month, and I can show you the email here. You guys can see this. This is from Seth. I wasn't going to mention it before, but I'll mention now because frankly Seth isn't there anymore, so it doesn't matter. So this is Seth. He's saying, hey Chris, thanks for what you do. I'd love to get you shouted out and credited on our video if you can get us the deleted Tom and Jeremy vids. Can you help us? So this is the deal. I actually responded and was like, hey, I'm happy to come on the show, talk with you guys about this, and I'll also give you the vids if you want to do a collab together. Seth basically said, well, let me get back to you because I can't make a decision on my own, which I get it. And I don't know exactly what happened because the time frame is a bit odd, and I want to share what's going on here in terms of time frame and why I think there might be some creative differences over there. Seth actually a couple days later made a real big, basically negative video against the Jeremy Finance guy, saying, you know, the Jeremy Finance guy is a fraud, he's a loser, and don't trust this guy, etc. Right, that kind of stuff. And then it was really weird. 2 days after that, the Paul dude said he had a phone call with the Jeremy. Paul said, hey Jeremy, are you a scammer? Jeremy at Financial Education said, no Paul, I'm not a scammer. And Paul was like, he's not a scammer. And like, what? And it was really, really weird because right before then, Paul had made like a really, really aggressive statement saying every, you know, F word in the book, actually only one, but throwing a lot of cuss words at Jeremy. So it was really weird to have that quick turnaround. And I felt like maybe Seth felt like he was thrown under the bus. So I don't know, you know, Seth for sure. I'm just giving you my sort of opinion about this because I think Seth is a nice guy from seeing on the show. I know Seth did a couple things against Jeremy, then suddenly Paul flipped, and I just wonder if that was a sort of creative differences kind of thing. Now, we will never know the truth unless, Seth, you want to come on the show and chat about it. Happy to chat with you, but I don't think Seth's necessarily the kind of person for gossip. I will certainly do the gossip because this is all essentially things that sort of keep you abreast of the situation. And one of the things that sort of bothers me with YouTube Finance at the moment is basically another thing happening is FinCon. If you don't know what that is, a lot of the scammer dudes are there. Stocks with Josh is there, Keenan Grace, Larry Jones, and Stockmo are all there. And basically that sort of FinCon thing is where a whole bunch of like finance creator people, basically finance YouTuber and podcast people get together and just talk about how can we scam people more. And the thing is why I mentioned it in that way, and I'm kind of, you know, just kind of laughing about it, is that one of the things is that the way you can think about these things is that if a person was truly in finance and truly an expert in this field, they'd be going to meet, you know, like a Warren Buffett or like a Howard Marks or Bill Gates, or, you know, go on Wall Street and meet other people in the industry, etc. So the finance industry, they wouldn't necessarily just be hanging out with other YouTubers and things of that nature. So this is sort of why I feel like many times the whole, you know, finance education show or finance education or the finance advising on YouTube is a bit of a clown show, because I think you have Seth, who's legitimately a nice guy, and I think he was trying to do the right thing, and then when his boss basically flipped on him, I was like, what the heck is wrong with you guys? And so Seth, if you're out there, I think you're a good guy. I'm sorry what happened. I don't know if we'll ever figure out all the whole thing, but I wish you best, and everything is going great in your neck of the woods for you and your family. And you know, my other opinion on Everything Money, just to share with you guys, I've made a video about this before, but I'll state the same exact opinion that I had then that I have now. So basically, Everything Money, they're just pitching you software. They pitch you software all day, every day. They love to pitch you their software. They're not necessarily the greatest at stock picks, but they're good at pitching you software. And the reason why I say that is because when you want to evaluate companies, evaluate stocks, it's much more than just looking at a spreadsheet. If investing was only looking at a spreadsheet, then all of us could do it. We'd all be, you know, geniuses. But it's much more than that, because you got to look at the news of the company. You got to understand the macro environment of the market. That's why I show you guys world news all the time and kind of tell you everything that's going on. You want to know what's going on in industry, and you also too want to know what a company says. Now, Paul specifically says and explicitly says, you know, pay no attention to what a company says. It doesn't matter. I completely agree with that. And he's very sort of like I don't know, I'll be kind. He doesn't bring up the news of the companies that much, and so it makes me feel like, dude, you're just selling software all the time, and which is fine. I get it. But I just wanted to give you my opinion of this thing. I had a lot of respect for Paul, to be frank, when he came out hard against Jeremy, but really lost all respect. It was such a big turnaround to go and be friends with Jeremy after he said, you know, hey Jeremy, are you a scammer? And Jeremy's like, no, I'm not a scammer. So that seemed weird, and maybe Seth was pissed off about that too, because they, you know, remember he spent this whole time putting out an anti-Jeremy video, and suddenly his boss flips on that. So anyway, love to get your thoughts on this thing. What do you think about this whole sort of finance YouTube drama these days? And did you also find it weird when Paul, you know, flipped on Jeremy? And would you agree with Seth and maybe just walked away? So who knows? Love to get your thoughts on this thing. Thanks everyone for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video.